Yeah. What is good, everyone? It's your boy Jay Diggy back with another podcast video. This time we will be discussing the top 5 favorite, not best, favorite weapons in Dark Souls 1. And with me today to discuss these top 5 picks, I brought a guest star, Hanfi.
Yeah, hello. Maybe some of you remember me from the podcast that I did with JDD on the hardest bosses in Dark Souls 1. But I did change my name, so before I was up, I'm Hanfi, now I'm Hanfi Cutie. So, still not a huge Dark Souls pro, but I'm good enough.
Be sure though, before we begin, be sure to follow this man on Twitch and join him on Discord. If you haven't, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Please.
Yeah, I stream that Dark Souls and Celeste very often. And some more variety.
There we go. Alright, so let's actually begin this thing. So we're going to actually start things. Oh wow, well I'll edit this part out. Make a note to myself, but so we're gonna do it this way. So for honorable mentions, do you wanna end first, or do you want to end last?
I'll start like with the weapon, so you end it. All right.
That's good. Okay. All right. So let's actually. Yeah, this is what happens. This is what happens when even when I'm recording like my rework videos. I swear to God, like there's like in the recent Airgate rework videos. I kept saying I'm rewriting it. So in the original, the character, she's supposed to be the elder sister, but in my version, because the ages are really messed up in the original series, I said foster daughter. I shit you not. I kept messing that line up hundreds of times. It was hilarious. Alright, anyways, let's get back on track. We will. I don't know why I said that. Alright, let me get that. This is being a disaster. Alright.
The start is always the hardest thing.
Yeah. Alright, so we are going to be doing our top 5 favorite Dark Souls 1 list. But before we get into our top 5, we got some honorable mentions. 3 honorable mentions, if I recall, right?
Yep, 3 it is.
Alright, say them all, Hanfi.
Okay, first off, everything obviously subjective, okay? But my honorable mentions are the Man Serpent Greatsword, good damage, the more stylish Claymore, Uchi Katana, because it's the main dex weapon, and the Demon's Great Axe. Those are my 3 honorable mentions that just didn't quite make the cut.
Isn't the Demon Great Axe like the one that has like the highest power, or was it like a different weapon? Like the highest damage?
That was the Demon Great Axe. It has the highest AR attack rating, but it might not actually deal the highest damage. I'm gonna talk about that a bit later.
Oh, okay. Boss, see this shit. Alright. So here's my honorable mentions from going from least to best, obviously. Number 8, I have the Qualax Fury Sword. Now in PvP, it is very goddamn good because of its quickness. I think it gets when it does the fire damage. Is it like actual fire damage, or is it like
yeah,
it's fire damage, right? It's the quickness, the moveset, it's all good. However, the reason I have honorable mentions, there are some bosses, Artorias, that just don't like to take the damage of the Qualax Fury Sword, and I learned that shit the hard way. So
legendary episode on Artorias with the Fury Sword.
Oh god, that was so tragic. But yes, that's what I have in the honorable mentions. Number 7, the Gargoyle's Halberd. I do like it. I do like the moveset. The damage is very good. And apparently Hanfi also just recently say again what you were saying about the Qualax Halberd for the damage.
You mean the Gargoyle's Halberd?
Yeah, the one where you make it chaos.
Yeah, it's pretty much one of the most dangerous weapons in PvP, simply because you bring it to Vamos, slap that good old Chaos buff on it, equip the Hornet Ring, and then you backstab someone with this orbit. It's gonna deal about 1000 damage, and you don't need any investment really, cause what do you need? Like, what, 16 strength, 12 dex, I think? Weighs like 6 units or something. It's super light and just two-shots people with backstabs. Super strong.
I wish I knew this beforehand. But I can't
Don't run
say it's
that
my
thing normal
favorite.
or crystal.
Because I
Don't
have
run that thing normal or crystal. Just chaos it in.
like I even with that knowledge, I don't think I'll put it at the top 5 though. That's because I probably have to use it that way first. Wow, it's actually really been a while since I played Dark Souls like that though. I mean, I played like Dark Souls 1. I mean, recently I've been playing Dark Souls 2, but it's fine.
I was thinking about just playing super chill Dark Souls 2 run, beating up the Rotten first, then getting freaking Flint's Ring, Rapier, wreck the game in 2 hours. Like, that's what I'm about to do after I get my exams of this year.
And the last honorable mention, the Demon Great Machete.
Ooh,
yes, this I know is controversial, because a lot of people love this weapon. I like this weapon a lot too. The damage, the moveset, the flinging people off. Oh, that's my favorite part, dude. That's my favorite part. I enjoy it. However, the top 5 though, it just can't reach that top 5. So I will put it in the honorable mentions. So now that I've said my honorable mentions, let's actually begin with number 5, which is your turn. So go ahead.
Okay, so the first weapon they actually made the list. Some people are gonna ask why, okay? Since this is favorite, it's all like personal relationships with the weapons, you know, in my playthroughs. And first pick, number 5 for me, is a bit heat. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's the Crystal Ring Shield.
The Crystal Ring Shield?
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, so basically, I mean, it's definitely the most unique shield, because you have that projectile attack with the R2 attack. Obviously, you get it when you ascend a +10 shield with the Soul of the Moonlight Butterflies. You can only get one per new game cycle, unless you hack, of course, or get it dropped. So, why do I like this weapon that much? I was streaming this because it was a bit of a tough run. I did a Soul level 1 shield only run. Now let that sink in. Soul level 1 is already tough enough. Now shields only also means no Bone Wheel shield to get huge damage, no Pierce shield to get good damage from Siegmeyer. Nope. That was pretty much the highest damage dealing weapon I had, the Crystal Ring Shield. Other 2 good weapons were the Iron Round Shield and the Night Shield, and those did no fucking damage, let me tell you. I had nothing. I was getting one shot left and right. I had no damage, and I couldn't even finish the run because 4 Kings was just way too hard. I didn't have enough damage. But for the time that the run was going on, that Crystal Ring Shield carried my heavy ass so much. Oh my god. Let me just tell you about Ornstein and Smoke. That's where
how the hell did that even work?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. So, I upgraded this weapon to +5 before I went to ONS. Had to defeat a lot of Titanite demons with very bad shields. Oh, that was a journey and a half. But then I went to ONS. Red Tear Stone Ring equipped. Under 20% health. Absolutely one-shot by everything. And that weapon dealt so much damage.
How much?
It has so much range. It has about 150 magic damage. That's actually the exact number. 150 damage base And then it obviously has more damage on the R2, which has a projectile. So maybe that's like 200 or 250. And then you have to double that pretty much thanks to Red Tearstone Ring. And I just utterly wrecked Ornstein with that.
Oh my god.
This weapon staggers Ornstein in 2 hits, okay? From range.
Yo, stagger from... Oh god.
From 2 hits. You know what else staggers Ornstein in 2 hits? Zweihander R1s. Those need 2 hits. Crystal Ring Shield doesn't give a okay, it's sorry for the cuss there.
It's all good. I'm gonna have to edit that out though.
I'm sorry. It staggered Ornstein in 2 hits. Then Super Smoke comes up, alright. Looking a bit intimidating. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna have so much health. He starts running at me. I pull up the Crystal Ring Shield. 2 attacks from range. He's staggered 2. I walk back. 2 instant staggers again. That's when he got close to me at all. So I got 3 staggers and 6 hits in before he could even come close to me. I defeated Scythe with that. I defeated Scythe with it. And all of the other bosses until 4 Kings and Gwyn, obviously. Oh, this shield, I have a bit of history with, but I'm never doing that run ever again.
I see what's in your top 5.
Obviously, it has a nice magic defense of 90 as well, but you shouldn't really block any magic. Just dodge it like a pro.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. 4 Kings, magic projectiles. Ooh, that's a GG right there. Alright, my number 5. So for my number 5, I have the Great Scythe.
Ooh, good pick.
So the reason why I have the Great Scythe is because 1, you can get it really fast. Like really fast. Like it's in the catacombs, right? So you can literally just go like just run through and you can get like a good weapon. Do I recommend this?
In the first half too. In
No.
the first half of the catacombs.
Do I recommend this if you're a complete beginner? No. But if you do get the weapon, you're wrecking people for days. Like at least do like when you upgrade it, of course, and yada yada. But like the moveset's really good. The bleed, oh, I shit you not. I remember how many times I made the lizard man bleed just from the hit. And like I was like about to die too, and I just hit them, but they doesn't the bleed damage bonus as well, and it just kills them. That was wild.
On the demon enemies too, they got like no bleed defense.
Yeah, the demon Titanics. Whew. It's so good, and if you keep it normal path, actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what path. Well, I mean, I only use Crystal of Raw, but the other paths, it doesn't really matter which one you use. It can still be usable. Like even if you don't want to use this weapon as a main weapon, if you use it as like an offhand weapon, in my opinion, I would say so works.
Yeah,
like
so good.
It's that versatile, and PvE and PvP
with the R2, right?
Yeah. So that is my number 5. So I will do my number 4, and then you do your number 4.
Yep.
So my number 4 pick. This is going to bring some people, some. This about to be submissions to this. The Bulgar Side Sword.
Ooh, another dex weapon.
The Bulgar Side Sword. Oh, I love that straight sword weapon. The best straight sword weapon in Dark Souls 1 in my opinion. Of course, the moveset is amazing. That poke, the thrust is ridiculous. So you can get that layer ring with that shit. You're golden. It could be buffed if it's in the normal path. You could like the fast swings it has is brilliant. The versatility of the moveset is unreal. And it could be used as an offhand weapon on top of that. Like that weapon carried games for me. That weapon carried me through the DLC. The first time I ever played it, it carried me, which is shocking. But yes, it carried me. Unlike the certain Qualax Fury sword that shall never be named again, but it carried me. That's all I gotta
Yep.
say about the motorcycle though. So you're number
Super
4.
stylish too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're number 4.
Okay, my number 4. Some people might know who I think is best boy in this game. So obviously, my boy Calamite with the Obsidian Greatsword has to be on this list too, right?
Oh, that sword is crazy.
It's so cool. I love the Obsidian Greatsword. Have only used it on one super specific build for PvP, my Dragon Bro build. Only Dragon build I ever made. And oh my god, because you barely need any investment there too, similar to the Gargoyle's Halberd, you can do some ridiculous stuff with that weapon. So I had an idea. I just go to 20 strength, 16 dex, since I don't need to invest anymore since it has no scaling. That's where I'm gonna stay at, and just put the rest in faith and like health and stuff. So I put a huge sunlight blade buff on that. That does insane amounts of damage on like soul level 90. You like basically need no investment to do huge damage with that. And you get Wrath of the Gods on top of that too. And you have the Dragon Roar. And you have the R2, the two-handed R2 that does like the shockwave from the Obsidian Greatsword. You've got freaking area of effect coverage for days. Like, it's so good. Only weighs 8 units too, so it's relatively light. I got a little lesson here for some people who might not know. Since there's no scaling, right, on this weapon, and how two-handed weapons become stronger, right? How the attack rating gets stronger is the scaling gets higher when you two-handed, right?
Right.
Which is interesting because here we have no scaling, so it can't get higher. So should it do more damage when you two-handed? It still does, although that might surprise you, which is because of individual attack modifiers. So pretty much every single weapon in the game has all of the attacks that the weapons have individual attack modifiers. And that's why your two-handed attacks actually deal more damage still, even without skilling, than your one-handed attacks. You can see that with this weapon when you backstab somebody too, because one-handed backstabs are the exact same damage as two-handed backstabs. Because the modifier is the same for backstabs, obviously.
Could you imagine if it was not?
Yeah,
People would just be circling around each other all day.
Yeah, we're still doing that.
I mean, yeah, that's true. There's nothing really changed.
But yeah, this weapon is super stylish. Like, you gotta make an individual build for that. Because it's just too unique. Like, there's no reason to invest it to like 40 strength with it. So it's really cool. It carries one run and not a single other one. That's all I have to say about it.
Alright, you're number 3.
My number 3 is another weapon with a lot of personal history I have. And it is, I'm just gonna introduce my last 3 as like a main topic. Hanfi is a strength guy, okay? Hanfi uses their strength weapons, alright? I don't use too much filthy decks. Just kidding. But the Great Club was my weapon of choice in my deathless runs. And in fact, I did complete my first and so far only deathless run with a Crystal Great Club. And oh my god, that was just so exciting. I mean, the Crystal Great Club, it just goes bonk. And you're done. It's that simple. No freaking thought needed. You go bonk on somebody's head, alright? You know how you were talking about the Demon's Great Axe having the highest attack rating out of all the weapons? The Great Club might actually still have the highest damage in the game, pretty much anyway. The Demon Great Axe surpasses it with attack rating, but it does regular type attacks. and the club does strike damage, which is usually better. So it often ends up out damaging the Demon Great Axe anyway, for only 12 weight for some reason. And you also only need 28 strength to wield it, so it's absolutely ridiculous. It's such a stupid.
Wait, how much does a Demon Great Axe weigh? I know it weighs a lot.
That's like 20 or 22. Let me look it up. Since I don't have it noted down. Demon's Great Axe on the wiki. Not Dark Souls 3. Come on.
They'll have like
Here
the
we go.
same.
It weighs 22. Yep, 22.
22. They'll have like the same like website address. I don't know what it's called honestly. HTTP. I don't know what the hell it's called. It's just like they just change the number, and then like we use it a lot. It was like, oh damn it, I don't want to see Dark Souls 2. I want Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, for like out damaging a weapon that's actually twice as heavy as it, because Smo's hammer is still being out damaged by it. It's pretty damn stupid, and you can get it super early on. Master Key, get to Firelink, drop down to Blight Town, dodge some rocks. You got it. It's done. And yeah, that's how I got my Deathless run, pretty much. When I went to Qualax, I grabbed that and made short work of the rest, pretty much.
Short work.
And the buff to it so strong. Like, you see it in PvP all the time.
You know,
A scaling too.
before I go into my number 3, there's a weapon I completely forgot about. It doesn't change and because of this, number 5, Great Scythe, get the hell out, get your ass out of here, get in the honorable mentions. And you know what's gonna be kicked out in the honorable mentions? Qualax Fierce Sword. Bye-bye, boom, get kicked out. Because the weapon that should have been number 5, that I completely forgot about, is the Large Club.
Yeah, the Large Club is super
I completely forgot about that weapon. The moveset is ridiculous. Like, you know, like the one where they, you know, like where like there's like a little jump attack, like a little mini jump and like you swing.
Yep.
They have like some mini invincibility frames on that. It's so hard to dodge. Yo, that move is so like, good.
And just like the Great Club, I forgot to say that you can't parry the two-handed rolling attack where you smash your stick into the ground. It's unparryable, actually.
Yeah, I ain't not going to axe. That's even why. But I get what I said for the Large Club. If you buff it with poison. Yo, you ready? Yo, you ready? The PvP people are like, nope. It's gonna be like a home run right there with that large ass club. Boing!
It's honestly such a more of a mental thing getting poisoned in PvP, because it barely does any damage, and it obviously you regenerate stamina a little bit slower, but honestly it just gets into your head. You're like, I gotta cleanse this poison, I gotta deal with this person quickly, they can just hide behind the shield, what do I do?
Yeah, cause because with the Large Club, if you buff that with the poison racing, or whatever it's called, like the boost of it, the boost of getting the person poisoning is so high.
If you backstab somebody, they are instantly poisoned, by the way, usually.
Instantly. Yep. Yeah, but I wanted to say that for that's a real number 5, alright? That's a real number 5. But just get the hell out of here. You're not welcome today. Bye. Hasta la vista. Toodaloo. Hallelujah. I don't know what the hell we're saying. Anyways, let's move on to my number 3. Yep. My number 3 is the Obsidian Greatsword. Now this is your number 4, your number 4 choice, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Number 4. So you already said everything that needed to be said, so I'm gonna keep this short. One thing I do want to say though, the fact that this weapon can be buffed is a big boost to the weapon. Like, like that buff, like, oh god, you can do anything with that weapon. It's so good. It's so good for PvP, PvE, and PvP. Well, I mean, by the time you get the weapon, there won't be any PvE left. Well, I mean, unless you go do some go around and don't fight Scythe right away. But anyways, that's all I gotta say for Obsidian Greatsword. Obsidian Greatsword though. So unless you have anything you want to add to it, or are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right, so let's go into my number 2 spot.
Except I just realized something. I never thought about that. You know about the weird coloring and the edges that Obsidian Greatsword has?
Yeah.
Those are exactly like the little statues that stand around Ulasil. They are like weird spiky stones all over Ulasil. Like that seem to be infested by the abyss, and it looks exactly like those.
I may have to look at that later. I can't even think about it from the top of my head. I may have to look at that later.
Not sure if that means anything, but yeah.
I mean, maybe because I heard that like there's I heard like after the Taurus Demon boss fight, like if you look at the bridge, you could see like a picture of the like a outline of the Capri Demon to hint at what the next boss will be.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that true? That would be sick.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's like it's there. Like it's hard to tell, but it's there. It's definitely there for sure. I saw on YouTube.
That it's already loaded in too.
I saw on YouTube. That's why I saw on YouTube. Anyways, my number 2 spot goes to the Claymore. The Claymore, how it fell so far in the later Dark Souls games. But in this game though, it's so good. So you only need 16 strength and 12 dexterity, I think.
Yeah.
You get very early on in the game. The moveset is incredible. The staggering is ridiculous for a greatsword. Just want to point that out, for a greatsword. And you can buff it too, and the range is so good. It's really though, a lot of people really just use it for the poke, for the thrust. That's what they use it for, without question, for the most part. The thrust, for goddamn sure.
The one-handed R2.
Yeah. So it's you see this in PvP everywhere though. A lot of people use it. I know that for a fact. I think a lot of people say I hear. Normally a lot of people say people say that the Claymore is always in the top 3.
Yeah,
for best.
I don't even understand how it does that much damage. It has CNC scaling. How does it deal that much damage?
Because it's just that good. It's just that special. It's probably Miyazaki's favorite weapon, dude.
You know how good this weapon is? It's in pretty much everybody's top 3 without even everybody using it crystal. Now imagine if everybody started using crystal on this weapon. How ridiculous would that be?
Oh my god. That would be kind of crazy. Right? Yeah.
Yep. That stagger potential you talked about. Oh my god, you stagger the man serpents in Sense Fortress with 1 hit. That's so stupid.
That's so awesome.
It's stupid in an awesome way, of course.
Oh god, they just have that shrug up and be like, I have the power.
Yep, that's the weapon you should recommend every new player.
Oh yeah, every new player
weapon.
Yeah, but it's so good. Cause normally what I do is I get the greatsword, and then I just get that and I carry myself through the game before I get to Sense Fortress. But by the time the Claymore becomes a +5 weapon. Well, actually, no, plus 10 weapon. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's real good. Then you're ready. But yes, that is my number 2. So let's see what your number 2 is.
My number 2 is a weapon that most people don't really ever get a chance to use, because there's only one chance to get it in your run, actually. And that is the Black Knight Great Axe.
Oh.
There's only 2 Black Knights that wield this weapon in the game. There's one in the catacombs, very, very deep down, so don't even try and get that early if you're a new player, you know what I mean. And there's one at the very end of the game, right before Gwyn's Foggate. So you got like a 25% chance or something to get that as a newer player, very late into the game, even maybe, depending on how long it takes you to go down the catacombs. Not used by that many people in PvE, but in PvP, oh my goodness. Do you see that weapon all around Ulysses Township?
Yes.
God, everywhere. And that's only because because it has one of the best movesets in the game. Arguably even like maybe after the Balder Side Sword, the best moveset in the game. Definitely the coolest, I'd say. Those R1 swings, both of them, one-handed and two-handed, are ridiculous. They cover each other too. You know, the two-handed does like a forward swing both up and down. But if somebody tries to get around you, you just switch to a one-handed, and those are horizontal swings, not vertical ones. So that alone is enough to carry that freaking weapon. And the damage is just stupid. It does have high requirements though. 36 strength, 18 dexterity, so you need to invest in both there. Also 16 weight is heavy. That's a hefty weapon for sure. But with on the requirements, as soon as you meet them, it does 582 damage one-handed. I mean attack rating. 621 two-handed. And it does even more damage versus demons, because Black Knights have the added effect of dealing 20% more damage to demons.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. If you really hate Centipede Demon, say goodbye to that boss with this weapon. It's ridiculous. Also yesterday I tested some stuff with the attack rating, you know, with the Obsidian Greatsword and this one. And fun fact, while I tested that, I found out you can parry bloated sorcerers in Ulysses Township. You know, not the one that freaking melee guys in Ulysses Township. No, the sorcerers, you can parry them.
How that? When they use the swing?
Yeah, they have like the swing. I'm not sure if you can parry that, but they also have like they stab you with the hand. They like reach out. And you can parry them on that at least. And they've got a really, really weird parry animation. It doesn't make any sense, and you can't even see when you're supposed to go in for the riposte. But you can do it if you want to, if you're feeling crazy.
Oh my lord. That,
yeah.
I mean, my parents says it's woof. It's just, it's a woof.
Or it took me a bit to get that parry too, since I just don't know the timing on them. Obviously, you should never do that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, normally I wouldn't go for those parries for the spellcasters, because I mean, like, kill them quickly so they'll be out of the way. But that's just me
content.
Though. Yeah, that's just me though.
Yeah. So I guess that about covers it for the Black Knight Great Axe.
And now it's time for your
number one, right?
Yes, your number one.
Yep. My number one.
Oh, wait. Let me guess.
Yeah.
I think it's the Demon Great Machete.
You got it.
Yeah, because I know you always talk about that. I knew that was your number one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a flagship of mine at this point. If you've ever seen me play PvP, if I got a strength build, that one's getting on that for sure. Demon Great Machete, absolute favorite. Has been for a long time too. I just love it. From the bottom of my heart, my favorite weapon by far. I didn't even need to think a second which one was number one. The other two gave me some trouble, but this one, nope. I'm just gonna like introduce you to how cool this freaking weapon is, since you might be like, it looks kind of boring, it's really tough to use. You know the Capri Demon? How it has a walking animation, not the running animation, but the walking animation where it drags both its machetes behind itself.
Yeah.
While it's doing that, both of the machetes audibly scratch the ground and make like an ominous noise while it's slowly walking up to you.
Oh yeah. Like in like when you like drag a sword across the wall, or like it makes that sound. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's just nice, and you know, it's big boy damage, of course. It is not a 40 strength requirement weapon for nothing. No dex scaling, no dex requirements whatsoever. That's how I like my strength weapons, okay? Few people might have seen my Capri Demon cosplay stream too.
I saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw that one.
Yeah, I think you did. That one was super fun, where I had like a Soul 32 build that I cosplayed Capri Demon on, with both machetes obviously in my hands, invading in the depths and in a lower undead berg. Definitely not the best build at Soul level 32, but damn fun. for sure. But wow, was 18 weight per machete. That's 36 in total. Tough to handle.
Yeah, that level low too.
Yeah, I was mid-rolling. I like built it to be able to at least mid-roll and not fat roll, because I had no option of fast rolling at all. There was no way. But yeah, for this 40 strength requirement and 18 weight, you get an A scaling on a strength weapon. It does, you know how you said about the Black Knight Great Axe before, that 582 damage was pretty good one-handed?
Yep.
This weapon at +5 crystal does 688 damage one-handed. More than 100 damage more than the freaking Black Knight Great Axe. And two-handed, that's 708. It actually eclipses the freaking 700 mark. It's ridiculous. And once I'm gonna make my fresh start New Game +7 run, where I run with the game with a completely new character, New Game +7, I'm gonna pick that weapon up super soon, just to flatten some people and enemies. And it's obviously one of the heaviest ultra greatswords too. I by the way, I love the description from the wiki. I noted that down. One of the heaviest ultra greatswords. The Demon Great Machete is excessive in every sense of the word.
Excessive? Excessive? Wait, they seriously said excessive?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's on like Dark Souls wiki. It's so freaking good. Excessive in every sense of the word.
That's so funny, dude.
It's so good. There's actual like dried blood on that blade too. You know that has slain some people.
Yes.
Can I just say, since you were talking about how the Claymore has fallen off grace at Dark Souls 203, the Great Machete, the Demon Great Machete is even worse. Not only did it get stripped off completely pretty much, and what was left at Dark Souls 203 were only 2 weapons named Great Machetes. No demon whatsoever. But in Dark Souls 2, the Great Machete is actually a Reaper class weapon, you know, like the freaking Great Scythe, similar to the Great Scythe from Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
That's not a freaking machete. That's not a machete. What the hell? And in 3, it's even worse. It's a Great Axe. The Great Machete is a Great Axe. What? What did they do to my favorite weapon?
What were they smoking? What were they smoking when they made their decision?
And honestly, the freaking Great
okay,
Machete.
sickle is one thing. Okay, sickle is one thing. Like you could kind of see that from the design. But where the hell does a Great Axe coming? How does that look like an axe? How does the Demon Great Machete Well, it's called the Great Machete in Dark Souls 3, I believe.
Yeah.
How does that look like an axe? Explain
I don't
to
know.
me this.
It's also the exact same thing, I'm pretty sure, with Yorm's machete. That's also like a great axe, I think, but not 100% sure. Anyway, those are not machetes. Machetes are big knives that are supposed to cut through wood parts and stuff. But, oh well. Dark Souls 1's my favorite anyway, so it works out for me.
Alright.
That's all I had to say about it. More than enough, I think.
Alright, so now it's time for my number one. Oh. You guys are... Wait, what are you saying?
Lay it on the people.
A lot of people won't see this coming. Well, they might, but they probably won't. The Titanite catch pole.
Oh, that's so heat too.
This weapon, oh my god. The moveset, you know, you got the normal swings fine. And then I think the rolling thing is where you can like bring the stick down to the ground.
Yeah.
But that jump attack where you actually jump and then you just bring your enemies to the floor, that is so wild.
Yeah, like the freaking Titanite demons when they grab
Yeah.
you with the catch pole too.
Oh my god, that alone is the reason why it's my number one. Like, that alone is the reason. No ifs, ands, or buts. That alone. I had a lot of fun with that in PvP. Just kept going in, smiting people down to the ground. You know, like, also it actually does pretty solid damage too. And I think it's just like a DD scaling, I believe.
But it does like magic damage too. I think.
Well, that's a bonus. That's a bonus in some cases. Hello, you're weak to magic. Taste my Titanite catch pole. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about the Titanite catch pole though. Like I said, like really, it's that jump attack. It's that jump attack. That's the main reason why it's number one for me.
I wish you could cosplay as a Titanite demon in
Too
the game.
bad they gonna give you an armor set for that.
Yeah.
So that's the same. Alright,
That's
so
a heat pick for number one though. Good list.
yours too, man. Yours too. I mean, I knew the Demon Great Machete was coming and being number one, but
Yeah.
I knew that for a fact. But yeah, it was a great list. So it was a great list. So
Agreed.
there we go. Those are our top 5 favorite weapons in Dark Souls 1. Now, we are going to be ending this video off here. So, for those of you who watched through this entire video, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Be sure to follow Hanfi on Twitch and Discord. The links to those will be in the description below. But I guarantee you, if you type in Hanfi on Google, you will probably find them.
Let me try that actually.
I'm pretty sure you will. Because I guarantee you, because I type in J Diggy on Google, you will literally find it. Like, let me actually try it.
Well, I can only Google like for German results, and obviously then my name doesn't pop up.
Oh, well. If you type in J Diggy 150, you actually.
But Hanfi_QT works. Like then my Twitch pops up immediately.
Oh yeah. So I put in and I see like. Wait, hold on. Is this me?
Yep.
No.
Seems to be you on the right.
Oh yeah. It was like something else. But yeah, if you type in 150, you'll find me. But if you don't type in 150, you find other people. But anyways.
Oh, by the way, I only said that it's you because for some reason, when you type in my name, your profile picture shows up.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it does on my screen.
That's hilarious.
And
I don't know why.
QT. And it takes you to my stream, but whatever.
Well,
it's me.
Yes. So be sure to follow him on Twitch and Discord. Give him your support. Alright? Make him affiliate. Wait, are you affiliated or not yet?
Not yet, not yet.
Make this boy affiliated, alright? What are you waiting for, alright? He got the followers list. Make this boy affiliated.
And definitely don't forget to not lick, oh my god. Click the like button on this video, please.
Yeah, really help out the algorithm.
Oh my god.
Be sure to follow me on all the social medias like Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and my main YouTube channel, as well as my live reaction YouTube channel. Again, you'll be able to find me. It's all in the link in the description. But at this point, people that have been watching already know this. So, there we go. But, any last words you want to say, Hanfi?
Thanks to everybody for listening. I hope we were able to entertain you.
Alright, yeah, so we're going to be hanging out. So be sure to comment, like, subscribe. And stay frosty, guys. Stay frosty.